Welcome everybody to the very first review of 2017 for the Rolling Wrestling Review Show. My name as always is Brandon Duchair Craven, and this is the official Rolling Wrestling Review of NXT TakeOver San Antonio. So without further ado, y'all, let's get right into the action. The very first match on this show was Ty Dillinger, the Perfect 10 Ty Dillinger, versus the leader of Sanity, Eric Young. Now, Eric Young has not lost a step since going to TNA, and he was just absolutely phenomenal in this match, and absolutely was phenomenal was Ty Dillinger, as always. He is NXT's sleeping giant. I don't know why they haven't pushed him to the main roster yet, because he is an absolute giant. He is an absolute sleeper cell in NXT. The numbers games in this match was just too much for Ty Dillinger to overcome, and after a wheelbarrow neckbreaker, your winner, Eric Young. Now overall, I'm going to give this match a 3.5 out of 5 stars. The next match on the card was Andrade Cien Almas versus former ROH superstar Roderick Strong. Another fantastic matchup. Cien Almas almost won this match because he focused on Roderick Strong's arm early on in the match and almost won with his signature arm bar, but Roderick ended up getting the win after using his signature sick kick. Overall, another 3.5 out of 5 stars. Fantastic matchup. Let's move on to the next one. Next up on the card for the NXT Tag Team Championship, the Authors of Pain with Paul Ellering at ringside versus DIY, the team of Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano. No matter what DIY did during this match, the Authors of Pain always had an answer to it. And with their last chapter powerbomb, your winners and new NXT Tag Team Champions, the Authors of Pain. Overall, another fantastic match and another great match, even though it was mostly one-sided. DIY really did put on a good show. Overall, another 3.5 out of 5 stars. Now, before we get into the next match, NXT TakeOver San Antonio was literally taken over by Seth Rollins. He showed up and called out Triple H because he knew that's where Triple H was going to be. So he called out Triple H. Triple H actually ended up coming out, but he ended up just calling security. Security escorted Seth Rollins out of the building, and that was that. Now, on Facebook Live, after the event was over, Triple H basically said that he would answer the challenge of Seth Rollins, or at least show up on Raw the next night. And I'll get into that in my top 5 moments for Monday Night Raw from this past week here in another video here in just a little bit. But still, it was a great moment, and it was a great segment. I know it was more like a filler, but still was a great segment. Next up on the card for the NXT Women's Championship, the current champion Asuka took on Billie Kay, Peyton Royce, and Nikki Cross from Sanity. It was a fantastic match. Billie Kay and Peyton Royce are kind of a team, and they were a team in this match, sort of. They basically teamed up a lot. They didn't really go after each other, but it was a great match. Nikki Cross was actually taken out early on in the match, and she was put through the announcer's table at the top of the ramp with a 6 spot. It was absolutely brutal, and honestly, it was beautiful because it was absolutely great to see the women go all out like that. Now, this was a great match, and even though I am going to give this match a 3 out of 5 stars, now let me tell you why. Because this match was great, and the women's division does look bright for NXT. The problem is that they still have a long way to go before they get to the likes of Charlotte, Bayley, Sasha, Nia Jax, all the NXT alumni who are now on Raw and SmackDown. And I can't forget Becky Lynch, Alexa Bliss, and all the other ones who are now on Raw and SmackDown. They got a long way to go before they get to that one, but the future is definitely looking bright with people like Ember Moon. Asuka is still there, and I mean, it just looks really, really good for them. And finally, your main event for the evening, for the NXT Championship, Shinsuke Nakamura took on the glorious one, Bobby Roode. Now, this match was absolutely fantastic. Both men went all out on this match. Shinsuke actually looked to be legitimately hurt before the end of the match was over. He did a move to Bobby Roode on the ring apron, and it looked to really hurt his knee. And Bobby Roode was able to capitalize on that. And I mean, this match went back and forth. Both of them kicked out of each other's finishers, and it was a fantastic match. But in the end, after capitalizing on the injury and hitting 2 Impaler DDTs, your winner and new NXT champion, the glorious one, Bobby Roode. Now, as I said before, both men went absolutely all out and just went crazy during this match. So this match is actually going to get a 4.5 out of 5 stars. Fantastic matchup. Can't say enough about it. But without further ado, let's check out my match of the night. My match of the night has got to go to the NXT Championship match between Shinsuke Nakamura and Bobby Roode. This match was absolutely fantastic. I can't say enough about it. Also, I got to give props to the Fatal 4-Way for the women's title. That match was absolutely great. It was groundbreaking because, I mean, you don't see a whole lot of women go through tables nowadays. So it was fantastic to see that happen. Nikki Cross has got a huge, bright future in NXT. So do Peyton Royce and Billie Kay. Asuka is really showing how she can just go all out and just either be a face or a heel. I think her next opponent will probably be Ember Moon. If you haven't seen Ember Moon, if you did not see her match at NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 2, I highly suggest you go watch it. It was a fantastic match. She is really, really athletic, and I can't wait to see that match. Overall, I'm going to give this pay-per-view a 4 out of 5 stars. Fantastic pay-per-view. As I said, the future of NXT looks really bright with all these future superstars coming in and the ones who have been there a while, like Bobby Roode, Eric Young. They've all been around the block a few times on the indie circuit, and also Roderick Strong. And it just looks very, very bright for NXT. So that's going to do it for my review of NXT TakeOver San Antonio. So let me know what you thought of this in the comments below. Also, do not forget, we got some new graphics. We got some new setup here. So let me know what you thought of these new graphics and this new setup here. Coming out later on today, I'm gonna have my review of WWE Royal Rumble 2017. So be sure to check that out too. That was also in San Antonio. So as always, y'all, my name is Brandon Jared Craven. Until next time, God bless you. I'll see you next time right here on the Rolling Wrestling Review YouTube channel. See you later, everybody.